You feel fine in the morning, but by 2 p.m., it's like someone pulled the plug on your brain. One minute you're alert and the next you're staring blankly, fighting the urge to nap. It's frustrating, it's familiar. And if you're over 60, it's probably happening more often than you'd like. But here's the truth, this isn't normal aging, and it's not something more caffeine, more sugar, or more willpower can fix. That sudden drop in energy after lunch, it's your body sending signals. Signals that something in your daily rhythm is off, something that can be gently, naturally realigned. You don't have to live your life bracing for the crash. You deserve afternoons that feel steady, clear, and calm. So before you write it off as just the way things are, let's look closer. Because understanding why your energy dips and how to restore it might be one of the kindest things you ever do for yourself. Part 1. Feeling sleepy after lunch is more common than you think. It's not in your head. That wave of sleepiness after lunch, the kind that makes you want to lay your head on the kitchen table or quietly nod off in front of your computer, is real. And more importantly, it's common. You're not alone in feeling this way. In fact, millions of adults over 60 experience the same midday slump, often brushing it off as a sign of aging or just having an off day. But it's more than that. Your body is responding to a set of very specific signals, biological shifts that once understood can be managed. The problem is no one ever taught us what to look for. No one said, hey, if you feel wiped out after eating, there might be something deeper going on. So you keep powering through, blaming yourself or worse, reaching for a temporary fix that only makes things worse later. Maybe you grab a sugary snack, hoping for a quick lift. Maybe it's another cup of coffee despite knowing it'll steal your sleep tonight. These choices aren't failures, they are instincts. You're trying to stay present, functional, engaged, but your body is quietly asking for something else. And that something else begins with understanding a natural rhythm most of us have been taught to ignore. After you eat, your body shifts its priorities. Blood flow moves toward your digestive organs to help break down the meal you've just had. This leaves less oxygen-rich blood reaching your brain. Add in a heavy or high-carb lunch and your blood sugar spikes, then crashes, leaving you foggy, tired, and unmotivated. This isn't weakness, it's physiology, and it affects everyone, but for those over 60, the impact can feel sharper. That's because as we age, our metabolic flexibility tends to decline. What we once brushed off as a food coma in our 30s now hits harder and lasts longer, and yet no one is talking about it. Instead, we're told to push through, tough it out, keep moving. But what if your body isn't asking you to try harder? What if it's asking you to listen? That's the quiet invitation hidden in your afternoon fatigue, a chance to pause, reflect, and gently course correct. You don't need more force, you need more awareness. Feeling sleepy after lunch doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It means something's ready to be rebalanced. And that starts with knowledge, compassionate, empowering knowledge that meets you where you are. Not in a lab, not in a theory, but right here in your real lived experience. So if this sounds familiar, take a deep breath. You're not broken, you're simply being called back into rhythm with your own body. Let's keep going. It gets better from here. Part 2, what's on your plate could be draining you. Let's take a closer look at something so familiar. We often stop questioning it. Your plate, what you eat at lunch, might seem harmless, comforting even. A turkey sandwich, a bowl of soup, maybe a little fruit or a sweet treat after. It feels balanced, but within 30 minutes your body tells a different story. The yawn starts, your mind drifts, your energy fades. And here's what's really happening. Many of these foods, especially when rich in refined carbohydrates, white bread, crackers, pasta, even some so-called healthy granola bars, cause your blood sugar to spike quickly. Your body responds by releasing insulin to bring that sugar down, and it works sometimes a little too well. What follows is a steep drop, leaving you in that dazed, heavy-headed state we often call a crash. It's not about willpower, it's not about eating too much or too little. It's about eating in a way that sends your energy on a roller coaster ride. And if you're over 60, that ride gets bumpier. With age, our ability to regulate blood sugar can decline. We may become more sensitive to sugar even in modest amounts. That healthy fruit juice, that low-fat yogurt, that midday banana, all of them could be quietly exhausting you, and yet you're doing your best. You've likely been told for decades to eat low-fat, include whole grains, and snack often. You followed the rules and still your energy crashes. That disconnect is not your fault, but it is your opportunity, because with just a few gentle changes, you can reshape what lunch means for your body. Start by adding protein, real protein like eggs, chicken, or beans. Bring in healthy fats, avocado, olive oil, a handful of nuts. Don't fear vegetables, they're your blood sugar's best friend. And if you're reaching for bread, aim for whole grain and pair it with something that slows digestion. It's not about eating less, it's about eating smarter so that your food fuels you, not drains you. This isn't a diet, it's a return to balance. And once you feel the difference, when you finish lunch and still feel alive, still feel you'll wonder why no one ever told you this sooner. What's on your plate can be the problem, but it can also be the beginning of a powerful, lasting solution. Let's move on and talk about some habits that seem harmless, but might be quietly working against your afternoon energy. Part 3. Not every habit from Europe is good for you. We romanticize a lot about European habits, and in many ways rightly so. Slower meals, fresh ingredients, afternoon breaks, it sounds like a dream compared to the rush of American life. But here's the truth, not every habit that looks charming from the outside is actually serving your energy or your health. Picture this, you're in a cozy cafe in Rome or Paris. It's lunchtime, a basket of bread, a glass of wine, a plate of pasta, then comes a tiny cup of espresso, maybe two. It feels elegant, even healthy. But underneath the charm is a heavy load of sugar, starch, and stimulation. That dreamy lunch, while delicious, can send your blood sugar soaring, then plummeting. And the espresso, it's not keeping you energized, it's just masking the crash that's already in motion. The cigarette that follows for some, that's a whole other layer of stress on the system. Now here's the important part. This isn't about blaming other cultures. It's about remembering that what works in one context, say a slower-paced Mediterranean village, may not translate well into your life, especially if you're living in a world that demands clarity, focus, and steadiness all day long. We often adopt habits that look sophisticated or European without understanding their physiological impact. A glass of wine at lunch, a sugary pastry mid-afternoon, an extra cup of coffee to perk up. These may offer short-term comfort, but long-term they contribute to deeper fatigue, especially as your body becomes less tolerant to swings in blood sugar and stress. The solution isn't to cut out joy, it's to redefine it. What if lunch could still feel special but leave you feeling light instead of lethargic? What if you could keep the ritual without the crash? That's the invitation, to observe what you've picked up along the way and gently let go of what no longer fits. Your body changes with time, so should your habits. Elegance isn't in what's on the table, it's in how you feel after the meal. And if that feeling is sluggish, foggy, or wired but tired, then maybe it's time to trade in the illusion of vitality for the real thing. Let's talk next about a habit most Americans rely on every morning, and why, used at the wrong time, it might be silently draining your afternoon strength. Part 4. Your morning coffee might be setting you up to crash. Coffee is comfort. It's routine. It's the smell that welcomes you into your day, the warmth in your hands before the world gets loud. For many, especially after 60, it's not just a beverage, it's a ritual. But what if that comforting cup, taken too early, is quietly setting the stage for your afternoon crash? Here's what most people don't know. Your body naturally produces a chemical called adenosine throughout the day. It builds up in your system the longer you're awake, eventually triggering the sleepiness you feel at night. Caffeine doesn't give you energy, it simply blocks the effects of adenosine. So when you drink coffee the moment you wake up, before adenosine has had a chance to build, the caffeine isn't counteracting sleepiness. It's just interrupting your natural rhythm. And when that caffeine wears off a few hours later, usually right after lunch, the adenosine rushes back in all at once, leaving you even more tired than before. This is why many people crash in the early afternoon and reach for cup number 2 or 3. But now you're stuck in a cycle, masking fatigue instead of resolving it. If you're in your 60s or beyond, your body may be more sensitive to these ups and downs. That second cup might help for an hour, but it often robs you of sleep that night, feeding tomorrow's fatigue before it begins. The good news, you don't have to give up coffee, you just need to shift when you drink it. By waiting 90 to 120 minutes after waking, you allow your body's natural wake-up hormones like cortisol to do their job first. Then when you introduce caffeine later in the morning, it works in sync with your biology, not against it. The result, a gentler rise in energy and a much softer landing in the afternoon. This one small change, delaying your first cup, can lead to surprising stability in your day. No jitters, no crash, just clarity. Think of it as drinking coffee with your body instead of despite it. Because energy at this stage of life isn't about pushing harder, it's about aligning better. Let's keep going and look at one of the biggest hidden drains on your energy, the silent effects of poor sleep. Part 5. Poor sleep last night. Your body's paying for it now. You might think you can get by on 5 or 6 hours of sleep. You've done it for years, raised kids, worked late, got up early. Maybe you're retired now, but that old rhythm still lingers. You wake up before dawn out of habit, or maybe you toss and turn at night watching the clock, wondering why rest feels so hard to come by. Either way, the damage shows up later, right around lunch. That's when your body starts cashing the check you wrote the night before. Sleep is not just rest, it's repair. And when your body doesn't get that deep, uninterrupted healing time, it starts breaking down in small, invisible ways. Hormone imbalances, poor blood sugar control, slower digestion, lower focus. All of it adds up to one thing: fatigue. Not just tired eyes, but the kind of whole-body heaviness that makes it hard to care, hard to think, hard to move. And here's the part most people miss. Your afternoon slump might not be a food issue. It might be a sleep debt building up night after night. That's why another snack or an extra cup of coffee rarely helps. They're temporary patches on a deeper hole. Real energy doesn't come from pushing harder during the day. It comes from honoring what your body needs at night. And no, it's not always easy. Sleep changes as we age, lighter, more fragmented, more easily disturbed. But that doesn't mean you're helpless. Simple shifts like avoiding screens before bed, cutting caffeine after noon, and creating a dark, cool sleep environment can make a real difference. So can having a consistent wind-down routine, not just lying in bed and hoping to sleep, but gently guiding your body into rest. If you're still waking up tired even after 8 hours, it might be time to look at your sleep quality, not just quantity. Conditions like sleep apnea often go undiagnosed in older adults, and they rob your brain of oxygen while you sleep, leading to the very crashes you're trying to avoid. The takeaway is simple but powerful. If you're crashing in the afternoon, check your nights. Your energy doesn't begin at breakfast, it begins at bedtime. And when you start treating sleep as the foundation, not an afterthought, your days will begin to feel lighter, steadier, more yours again. Now let's look at one of the most common afternoon mistakes, one that feels helpful in the moment, but leaves you more drained in the long run. Let's talk about snacking. Part 6. Help your digestion, help your energy. Sometimes it's not what you ate, it's how your body handled it. You might think your lunch was healthy, some lean protein, maybe a salad, a small portion of whole grains, but an hour later you're still hit with that same sleepy fog. Why? Because digestion takes energy, and if your digestive system is sluggish or under-supported, it can quietly drain you without you even realizing it. As we age, one of the most overlooked changes in our body is a decrease in stomach acid. It might sound strange, but acid is essential for breaking down food, especially proteins, and helping your body absorb nutrients. Without enough of it, digestion slows. Food sits longer in your stomach. You feel heavy, bloated, or gassy, and all that sluggishness on the inside translates into fatigue on the outside. Your body is working harder to do something it used to do with ease. That's why many people over 60 feel exhausted after eating, even when they are eating the right things. The good news is this isn't permanent. There are simple, natural ways to give your digestion a helping hand. One of the gentlest, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar mixed with warm water, taken about 10 to 15 minutes before meals. It can help stimulate your stomach's acid production and get digestion moving. If you've tried that and still feel heavy or bloated after eating, you might benefit from a supplement like beta-9 HCl, especially with protein-heavy meals. But always speak with a healthcare provider first if you have acid reflux or other gastrointestinal issues. You don't need to suffer through that post-lunch slump wondering what's wrong. You just need to understand that digestion isn't automatic, and as we grow older, it often needs more support. Helping your gut means helping your energy, because when food is digested well, it becomes fuel. When it's not, it becomes a burden, and you carry that burden into your afternoon. The small effort to improve digestion can lead to a huge difference in how your body feels: lighter, clearer, more stable. This isn't about complicated treatments. It's about honoring how your body has changed and giving it the tools to keep working for you, not against you. Let's move now to the next piece of the puzzle: how your body uses fuel and why switching energy sources might be the key to lasting vitality. Part 7. Train your body to burn fuel that lasts. Imagine driving a car that needs to refuel every hour. That's what it's like when your body runs on sugar as its primary fuel. You eat, your blood sugar rises, you feel okay for a while, then it crashes. and you're tired, distracted, hungry again. You snack to recover, but the cycle repeats. Over time, that constant roller coaster wears you down, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. What if there were a better way? There is, and it starts with understanding that your body has another energy source, one that burns slower, cleaner, and more steadily. It's called fat, and your body is naturally designed to use it, especially when you're not constantly feeding it sugar or quick carbs. This isn't about going on a strict keto diet. It's about gently training your body to rely more on fat for fuel, the kind of energy that doesn't spike and crash, but stays even and grounded. And yes, even after 60, this shift is possible. It starts with spacing out your meals a little more. Avoid constant grazing. Let your body tap into stored energy instead of always reacting to the next bite. Then look at what's on your plate. Reduce refined carbs where you can, white bread, sugary snacks, sweetened drinks. Add more healthy fats, avocado, olive oil, nuts, seeds, eggs, salmon. These aren't indulgences, they are fuel. The more your body practices using fat for energy, the more stable your afternoons become. You'll find that you no longer need a snack just to keep going. You're not fighting to stay awake. Your energy simply holds. This shift won't happen overnight, but within days or weeks, many people report clearer thinking, fewer crashes, and more peaceful afternoons. Not jittery, not wired, just steady. That's the goal, not peak performance, but consistent presence. You're not trying to be 30 again. You're trying to feel like you again, clear, capable, and calm. And the kind of fuel you give your body can either fight that or support it. So if you've spent years relying on sugar, caffeine, and quick fixes, know this: you can change. Your body is always willing to adapt when given the chance. All it needs is a little space, a little guidance, and your quiet decision to move towards something that lasts. In the final part, let's bring all of this together and talk about what it really means to reclaim your afternoons, gently and intentionally, one small shift at a time. So much of what we've been taught about energy is backwards. We're told to push harder, eat more often, drink more caffeine, and just get through it. But if the afternoon crash has taught you anything, it's that your body isn't asking for more pressure, it's asking for more partnership. Fatigue after lunch isn't a flaw, it's a flag. A signal that something in your rhythm, your nutrition, your sleep, or your digestion is out of sync. And the beautiful truth is, you have more influence than you think. When you choose foods that stabilize blood sugar instead of spiking it, when you give your digestive system the support it quietly needs, when you allow your body to burn cleaner, longer-lasting fuel, something changes. Your afternoons begin to soften, your thoughts feel less cloudy, your body feels less heavy, and your relationship with energy shifts from chasing it to creating it. This isn't about discipline, it's about understanding. It's about gently learning the language of your own biology and finally responding with care instead of criticism. You're not meant to feel drained every day, and you're certainly not meant to fight your way through life just because you're getting older. Aging isn't a decline, it's an invitation to slow down, to listen, to realign, and when you do, something remarkable happens. The fog clears, your body thanks you, and those long, sleepy afternoons, they become time you can actually enjoy again. Not as the person you used to be, but as the wiser, more present person you've become. This is your time, and your energy deserves to rise with it.